Welcome back. Time for Wine Wednesday. Now, some of the best of what the Willamette Valley has to offer is coming together in an upcoming pairings dinner.
This is fun. Johan Vineyards taking over the Hayward restaurant in McMinnville for a one-of-a-kind dining experience. And joining us this morning to tell us all about the menu and pairings is Chef Kari Kihara from Hayward and Morgan Beck, winemaker and general manager at Johan Vineyards. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Morning.
I love this. There's nothing that I love more than food and wine, and when it's all paired perfectly together, mwah, chef's
Classic
kiss.
collab.
So, Morgan, how did this collab come together?
It was pretty exciting, actually. This is something that I've wanted to do in some capacity or another for a very long time. We at Johan operate as both a winery as well as a grower, and work with about 20 different fruit buyers and winery partners. And we have wanted to be able to get everyone together and highlight and share all of the wines from different winemakers, but showing the same place. And Kari came to me and said, I would love to do a Johan Vineyards dinner, but not about the winery, about the vineyard. And what if we get all of the fruit buyers that are making single vineyard wines from the site to be able to come together and show it all in one evening. And we actually ended up making it a full week, but we have the kickoff dinner next Wednesday, the 23rd.
Oh, wow. That's really neat. Chef, with that concept in mind, how did you prepare the menu? How did you focus on that concept?
That's a great question. One thing I love so much about Johan and what Morgan does is the ability to play with different grapes and varietals that aren't common for this area. So I really wanted to focus on a menu that highlighted those things. So I took it as an opportunity for myself to also get to play around with dishes that I wouldn't normally put on the menu, that maybe wouldn't read and jump off the menu for an a la carte menu, but would work super well in a tasting menu style format. So I tried to go for a little more adventurous and pretty worldly. And Morgan and I talked a lot about taking people on a ride rather than this sort of linear tasting menu format. Let's sort of build up some courses, cleanse people's palates, visit something again with something spicy and exciting. And that was really how we came to be.
Oh, interesting. So, Chef Kari, I'm sure it's like we've all kind of seen the like a Cedar Pike salmon and a Pinot Noir, right? That's like the most classic like Pacific Northwest pairing. But what was something that you were able to do here with an uncommon varietal, different kind of wine, and maybe flavors that are unique to the Willamette Valley? What are you really excited about on this menu?
I think there's one dish and pairing in particular that Morgan and I are both super excited about, which is going to be the third dish on the menu. We're going to do a crudo of a fish that I'm still waiting to confirm with our fishmongers. And we are going to take some beautiful summer watermelons and compress them with a sugar rush, which is an ahi pepper vinegar from Evenpole Farms.
Oh.
We're including some feta cheese in that. So the idea was to take kind of the classic watermelon feta salad, pair it with fish, which fish and cheese is something that is not super common, but it's something that I really enjoy together. And then bringing Morgan into this, we decided to do a side-by-side pairing.
All right, Morgan, dive into that.
Yeah, so we came about this by asking all of our fruit buyers to kind of submit wines, the wines that they are most proud of and feel really speak to the site. And so we came to the table with a bunch of different wines, and this pairing specifically kind of came together with a Ribolla Gialla side by side. So we have the Johan Vineyards Ribolla Gialla wine as well as the Maloof wines Ribolla Gialla. And this is a grape that comes from the northeastern part of Italy, right on the Slovenian border. I feel like its proximity to the ocean there, you get a lot of fresh seafood. One of my top pairing or kind of tasting notes for this wine is melons, fresh melons. So it kind of spoke directly to this idea of the watermelon and feta. But the acidity of the wine really kind of cuts the cheese. And it works. It's going to be
just
yeah,
the
it's
description of
beautiful.
that one dish alone, that and a side-by-side wine pairing, I'm like, wow, that sounds so fun. What a fun way to just nerd out on food and wine
Totally,
all night
totally.
long and really try something new. Well,
Yeah.
I wish we had more time. Gosh, we don't even have time to dive into. You guys are in the Van Duzer Corridor AVA, which, if people don't know, is kind of it's a newer AVA in the Willamette Valley. There's some really exciting stuff happening out there, some different growing conditions than what we might see in other spots. And it's just what a fun opportunity to learn about other types of food and wine. So thank you both for joining us this morning, Chef Kari and Morgan from Johan Vineyards, and hope the dinners are fantastic. They sound delicious.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course, take care.
Yeah, the Dinner with Johan Takeover kicking off next Wednesday, August 23rd at the Hayward, which is a restaurant at the Mac Market in McMinnville. They do farm to table. I mean, as you can tell, the chef talking about getting the fish in from the fishmonger. So
Mac Market McMinnville. Say that 5 times fast.
I know, right? So if you want to learn more and get tickets, check out hayward-restaurant.com.